we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Hasta la vista, baby.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Where's the cue ball going? Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're back for another match in the 2024 Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. Just on starting the broadcast here, Mooncake has just arrived. I was beginning to panic. We have 4 matches that I'm going to be covering today. We have a one-loss side match starting at the top of the hour, and that's between Bankster, who I think represents Kuwait, and Mooncake, who represents the Netherlands, and race to 13 on the one-loss side. However, we have other matches. We've got this match, which may well be about 90 minutes or so once it goes ahead. And then to follow that, we have Popman and Quagmire starting their one-loss side match. And that's at 8 p.m. Tonight, British Summer Time. However, that then runs into a match between Smoking Sid and Cold as Pillow. So we need to decide either way what way we're going with these matches. But for me, the main event of the evening is Albinario and Acero at 10 p.m. tonight. That's a winner's side match, and that is by far the one to look forward to. There's also a one-loss side match between Stubb and Eloquente. The interesting thing about that one is that Eloquente, I don't know whether he forfeited his winner's side match or his opponent did, and whether it was a toss of a coin, but there's just that concern that he might not show up tonight against Stubb. And that's at 11 p.m, so hopefully Slim's going to be around to get that one, because that's starting too late for me, considering I'll have been streaming for a few hours before it. We also have matches on Saturday. One on Saturday. I thought we'd thrown the one. We've got Larry and Semi-Pro at 7 o'clock. I'll be there for that. I actually thought I went back to work on Monday, but it's actually Sunday I go back to work. So I'm glad I checked my schedule for next week. So my last day off is tomorrow. So I will be able to get Larry and Semi-Pro at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. And then after that, we've got a match that's been arranged very recently. We've got MC Clarkey and Spectre Dawn on Tuesday at 7:30. I'll be there for that, because that's the start of my days off next week. And then finally, we have Cobra versus Balls, which is next Friday at 7:30. I'm not sure how Balls plays. I don't think I've really seen him, but I'm guessing Cobra's going to be the favourite. So anyway, we are, what time? Well, we're knocking on the door of the top of the hour, so we will get ready to join the room as soon as it goes up. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Right, so this room, we're still waiting on it going up, but it has gotten to the top of the hour. Interesting thing is the tournament rooms have gone up. There we go. So we'll get in and get ready. This could be a very close match. There could be very little between these two. So Mooncake's in, ready to go. We'll have the lag for the break. As soon as Bankster can get in. So we'll cover this match, and then after this is finished, I'll be going to get dinner in preparation for a long evening session. Yeah, well, it could be that score either way. It could go all the way. I mean, we had a cracking match with one Pocket Slim, and who the hell was he playing? Cobra, was it? And you know, Slim was so unlucky. That's the best I've seen Slim play over the distance in one of these matches, and having got it hill. Then we had Slim coming up with a dry break just when he didn't need it. But Cobra still had to run out. Oh, Spectre on, sorry, not Cobra. That's how bad my memory is about remembering what I've live streamed and what I haven't. I can't even remember who the two opponents are. Well, Bankster had arrived in the lobby. Let me just hang on, wrong button. Oh, here we go. He's in at last. So Mooncake's on the right hand side, Bankster on the left. Lag for the break. Looks as if Mooncake's going to win the flag. So off we go. Ball in the break. And a shot. Now you have to stay up there for that 2-ball into the side, but he also needs to have some sort of angle where he can get to that 4. Let's have a little look. Well, it's on it. Now the only problem, of course, is that the line that he's coming off this 4-ball is going that way. Now, if you look at the line, if he'd hit that harder, maybe, and I'm surprised that he didn't, because I don't think the 5 goes, does it? I don't think, can he get enough of that legally? That's the only concern I've got. Maybe he can. Maybe he didn't need to get the break out. Well, he's fine. The only problem now, of course, is he's not good on the 6, blocked in 2 pockets. And, well, I mean, he could try pushing the 6 over towards the 9 and duck it over by the 7 and using the 7 and 8. He could do that. Welcome to Past Eddie. Oh, he's looking for the up and down. But I think I would have been looking to find the line by sending that ball up there and going up there to the top right and using that for cover. So he put all his eggs into one basket, had a blast. And, well, Bankster should be taking this home, this first rack. That's just, he's underhit that. He wanted to be sort of staring down the barrel in that 8-ball. See, now the cue ball's running away. Now it's a bit more awkward. Now he's on a knife edge for the cut here. So everybody going for Mooncake so far. Welcome to Albinario. And scores are fairly similar, 13-8 from 2 people. One going 13-7. Well, I'll go 13-11 to Bankster, just to be awkward. And it could end up like that. if Mooncake's going to take chances and not deliver, and Bankster's going to come in and tidy up, you never know. That's not worked out any good. But once again, he's got to try and, there's other ways to win matches other than trying to pot everything. I still think that the decent safety that I pointed out in that first rack might have given Mooncake the advantage, but a lot of 9-ball players don't see it that way. They see a table with a ball and some pockets available, they'll try and pot it. They'll try and be aggressive all the time. And I like to see somebody using their head a bit more. But I'm old fashioned that way. So Mooncake having to kick. And here's another instance where Bankster's come to the table and looking at the lay of the table, there is no problem. 4-ball goes past the 9. That's the main issue here, getting good in the 3 to get good in the 4. Now, the only hindrance would be the 9-ball as to where it is, because what you'd normally want to do is just sort of dink through and take the 4 into the side. So now he's got to work the cue ball a bit here. He beat you once. Who's he and who's you? Explain yourself, Albie. In fact, you need to remind me, who the hell's Joel again, because I've totally forgotten. My memory is getting so bad. Oh shit, that's right, it's Bedhead. Yeah, the only Swede with a Spanish name. Good afternoon to Bedhead. Oh, here's another announcement that I found out yesterday, and probably you guys maybe already knew, but you never told me. PY is miasma, and yesterday miasma got his name changed back to miasma, so Pi is no more. Pi is now back to miasma, who's now been added as a moderator again. Well, Bankster is going to administer the punishment. And, if you can't get the job done, this is what's going to happen. Bankster's more than capable of taking these opportunities. So, 2-0, Mooncake being the aggressor and not being able to back it up. This 8-ball might go as well. It might go, and it might just hang up. So, this table's not quite as straightforward, although it's straightforward enough if you can control this 1-ball, because whoever gets the 1-ball should be good for a 5-9 combo here. And that's why Bankster's decided to go all out, and he's going to, well, is he going to pay the price? He's now scratched. And ball in hand to Mooncake, so Mooncake's now got to deliver. So the plan is, run everything, and then of course the big challenge is from the 3 to the 4, because you're going to have to play a good shot to dink this 4 in so that you can play the 5-9 combo, or you're going to have to do something crazy and hope you get lucky, and that's probably not advisable. So this is the crucial one. That needed to go another foot up the table. So now he's got to. There's no way you're thinking this, and you've got to go up and down. Now this looks a good pace. I like this very much. I think this could be perfect, or as near as damn it. Now you've got to think, even at that angle, his odds are pretty good for getting this in. Although having looked at that 8-ball's tighter than I thought it was. Yeah, that 8-ball is tighter than I thought it was. But if he gets the cut, he's got to cut that close to the rail just to catch the 8 to go in, and he can't hit this hard. If he starts blasting balls here, he's doomed. But he's decided that it was too much of a risk, and the safety was a lot easier, and that's probably a wise thing to do. I've got nothing against that. And that's probably, you know, Mooncake learning a lesson rather than going all out. So with Bankster having to kick now, Mooncake's got his chance. Now, is he going to try and do a lot to get this 6 ball into the side, or is he going to play the combo? I think it'd be better using the acreage to get on the 6 on the side. And that's what he's done. So it's looking very likely that Mooncake's going to get himself up and running. A quick drink. Right, number 4. Waiting for somebody getting a break and a run to open the gap. Now that might be dry. Did anything go there? Nope. Nothing doing. Well, the bank is what he's going for the look of it. Well, I don't know what the hell that was. That was a blast, and he spooked it. So there wasn't a great deal of control over that shot from Bankster. I don't think he's going to get lucky enough here. He's found the gap. Maybe that's the price to pay for having a blast in the first place. So, although he might have got away with this, though. Looking at that. Yep, that 5 ball is extremely tight. And I don't know whether I think he can. Can he get past that 5? I'm not convinced. I think he's awkward over the 9. He has to twist this a bit. Oh, well, here we go. Here we go. Trying a jump shot over the edge. Oh, that worked. That was very well done. But has he still got lucky? Oh, yes, he's even perfect in the 3. And he's got a nice angle in the 3 to run around 2-3 rails here for this 4-9 combo. This could very quickly get him back on level terms here. Now, how's the 9 sitting? Well, it's in the pocket, so as long as you get anything on that 9, it's going to go in. Again, you don't need to blast it, you just need to get the 4 hitting it. So that's very quickly restored parity. But another dry break. Once again, Bankster has a good start. 1 to 2, not a problem. 2 to 3 shouldn't be a problem. Problem's going to be 4 to 5. You know, we need to have a look at this 5 ball. You know, if you're in there, even then that's tight to get that 5 ball. So, and certainly trying to put the 7 ball in amongst the mix isn't going to help, but he's fine. But I don't think that I don't think you can really, can you get enough of that 5 ball? And he's gone a bit too straight in this 4, but we're about to find out. I'm not convinced that you can get to that 5 ball and actually get a cut on it where it's not hitting that jaw there. But what do I know? I mean, my eyes My eyes told me I couldn't get to that, and I probably wouldn't have played it. So this is the make or break shot here, holding for the 7. Well, I think he should have been a bit braver than that, because he's asking for trouble bumping into the 9. You just don't know where this could get kicked to. And that's why he's ended up trying to be clever and cute, and ends up putting spin in the cue ball that was probably unnecessary. He should have just rode his luck there and where he was going to end up, because he's not even possible 7. So that's the first big fail for Bankster. And from a 2-0 lead, he saw that disappear rapidly, and he's assisted Mooncake in getting himself in front. This needs to open up and run, and that'll do nicely. So Bankster needs to reboot the system here a little bit, because I don't know what he intended to do when he ended up playing that shot where he was running into the 9. I don't know what sort of spin he was hoping to, or what he was hoping to gain from putting spin in the cue ball. But he's paid the price for it. So 1 and 2 ball has gone. Possible bank on the 3. Cue ball's not necessarily going to be great for the 4, although he's run into the 5. So here's an immediate opportunity for Bankster now to repair the damage that's just been done. Once again, it looks simple enough, but when you pot this 6 ball, where are you going with the cue ball? Are you going below the 7 for the 7 in the side? Because the angle he's got is perfect for that, and it means you don't have to do anything with the cue ball, but just let it run out. You know, if you start trying to spin things and come back into the table, you can make it your life a lot more difficult, and that was a simple way of doing it. Because all he's doing is just a gentle roll into the side, and he can roll forward to the rail and come out if he wants. And then when he pots the 8, he's just got to get up into the middle of the table. So that's the rule here. Make sure you get anywhere up into the middle of the table, and the further you go, the more you open the shot, the easier it is. So that's fixed. It's fixed the lead. We're back all square. Again, this is dry. Dodgy 1 ball to start. 2 balls coming off the rail, coming across the table, and of course the 2 ball isn't going in past the 7. And that 6 ball may well end up interfering as well, which it has done. Now, again, there's no harm in trying to kick this 2, you know, and cutting it towards the 7, then it might go in. But if you go the other way, you've got a nice line to get the kick behind the 2 into the corner. I mean, the angle's there to get the kick in the 2, but he's got to go to the rail first. I don't know why he's going that way, but that was the idea, and it almost worked. And he might get second prize, and he has done. So that almost worked out there, even though he was kicking it a different way from the way I would have done it. Almost came off. Now, if you're kicking from the short rail into the back of the 2, the danger would be the scratch. Now, what's Mooncake thinking here? I think it'd be far-fetched to try any sort of combo in the 9. But if you send the 2 ball off the left long rail, you know, like that, send it down there, get a hold of the cue ball and try and come back this way, and try and use those balls. Whatever he does do, well, he wouldn't want that to go in. That's the one thing I don't think he had planned. But he'll take it. I'm not sure he played it. I think he was playing for cover. But, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think Bankster's given him the benefit of the doubt. Saying nice shot. So the kick from Bankster, and hoping to get a roll. And I don't think he is. Or is he? Is that 5 ball maybe? Oh yes, it certainly is. 5 ball certainly came into play. Didn't look like it from here. Well, Bankster's got to go for the cut up the table here, because this cue ball, it certainly could come back across the table and bump the 7. But he's blasted the 3. He's blasted it big time, brushed into the 4 and killed the 4 ball. I would have played that a bit more gentle to try and control the cue ball better. Bankster just let loose and didn't get the lucky roll. That's no good. In fact, that's terrible. That needs punishing, that shot from Bankster. That's a really poor shot. I don't know what he was thinking there. I think he was obviously trying to use the 8 ball, but touched like a sledgehammer, I'm afraid. Now, I think Mooncake has gotten, we're just on the right side of this 5, and this needs to bounce. And that will do nicely. So it's a bit like a 1 step forward, 1 step back here, the way it's going so far. But sooner or later, somebody's going to settle down here and actually construct a lead. But we'll be heading into rack 7. Mooncake breaking, all square. Tell a lie, got that wrong. Rack 8 it is, and he's in the lead. I can't even read the score, I'm sitting in front of it. Well, this time we have a ball. Back 2 balls, the 4 and the 8's gone. I'm sure he can get the cut in the 1. And this could be the rack, or what's happening with the cue ball here. Oh dear. Well, anything but that, because the table was perfect for running out. Don't know whether he can blast this thin enough. He might be ducking behind. Oh, he has got it. So now he's good to go to open up the gap. Fairly straight on it. But again, the angle he's got here is good to get him out into the table. But I don't think he needs to go to the side rail here off this. I think he just wants to drift across just like that and try and stay in the middle. Maybe even checked it a wee bit. So he's now good to go for the 2 rack lead. as if he's got enough angle. Push it forward and spin out. So now Bankster's got to be careful. The race to 13 is not a huge distance. We're still well away from that yet, but Bankster's got to keep his head screwed on here. And here's a very good table. Again, a couple of balls in the break for Mooncake. 5 and the 8 is gone. But that's one ball. You can see the edge of the one ball. In fact, you can see a bit more than the edge of the one ball as you look at the combo. This is a big shot. In fact, he's looking to duck. Oh no, that's not worked out at all. I don't know. I mean, I presumed he was trying to push the one past the 4, but he's made a complete hash of that. And straight away, this is a table that Bankster has to get in the 2 ball first of all here. And he's going to be hampered slightly over this 4, which makes it even more difficult at distance. And the 7 balls in interference, the 6 balls in interference here. And leaning over that 4 ball was too much of an interference. And there's an opportunity that's gone. So you guys might be calling this right here. That Mooncake's just going to have that bit of a better edge than Bankster. At least that's the way it looks to be taking shape at the moment. And by the end of this visit, it should certainly be a 3-rack lead. And questions will be asked if it isn't. I think Mooncake certainly looking now that he's finding his feet, he's finding the pace, he's settling in, and that's bad news for Bankster. Nine balls off the rail, so this is comfortable. So, when you're in a tournament, questions are going to get asked of you, and Bankster's been asked the question, what are you going to do to not only stay in the match, but to try and affect the balance of racks here? How clever are you going to be? Are you going to be all out attack when you might not necessarily have all the ammunition in the bank to administer that, or are you going to get clever? Or do you use all the aspects in your repertoire to get yourself out of this little hole at the moment? Because I don't think all-out attack is going to be the answer. So the 5 ball is not really that accessible where it's at. But there's a good opportunity here for Mooncake to try and duck up table, which is what he's trying here. He's trying to get up into the mess, and he's got that too thin. He was trying to get in it. He might still get away with it. He has got away with it, so it's turned out not bad. But I think he just got it a wee bit too thin, but it's worked out fine. Now Bankster is in trouble. Let's have a look. Now, what the hell did he do there? Just a deliberate foul. Well, I think, again, no harm in that because, you know, there is trouble where the 4 ball is, but I think if Mooncake gets the 1, the 2, the 3, then Bankster's going to be in trouble behind that 5 and 6. I'm probably thinking that's the way it's going to go here. I don't know that that Mooncake should be trying anything more elaborate than potting this 3 ball and then ducking with that 4 ball and pushing it out the way and sticking Bankster in the 5 or the 6. I think that's what you should be doing. That with a wise move. if he starts getting over ambitious and trying to break things out and do crazy stuff like that, he's asking for trouble. He should just give Bankster more pain. That's not exactly the ideal position to be playing the safety, where he stuck himself. In fact, he stuck himself so badly that he's played the safe so badly. All because he didn't get himself good in the 4. He wasn't good in the 4 where he could make it easy to put Bankster in trouble. And in fact, he ended up leaving the pot on. And well, this could be painful for Mooncake to watch. It's still not going to be a gimme. It's more than likely going to have to be the 5-9 combo. So he's inside the 6 ball, which means he can stun out into the table and leave that 7-9 combo, and he should be pretty good on it. Well, that's a big fail by Mooncake there. It has to be said, and all from the simple. This isn't an easy combo either at the angle he's sitting at, but he's got it. But see, Mooncake shot himself in the foot there by simply not getting good in the 4 to be able to tie up Bankster, and Bankster has come out of there with a rack that he probably didn't expect to get. But looking for the follow-up, I don't think he's getting any joy either. He's dry again. He's dry. But I don't think there's enough room for that 1 to go into the side past that 4. Doesn't look like it to me. Trying to nick behind the 3, is he? Yeah. Kick played, and the end result isn't bad because once again Mooncake's really hampered over this 5 ball. And this is a touchy shot. He can't, I don't think he can really, well, he could see most of the 1. And that's well played, that's very well played. Excellent shot. And I think he's also cut off the lines to get to this 1 ball. I mean, you could go 2 rails to try and kick the 1, but the 2 is in the way. And in the end, Bankster tried something daft with right English on it and hit the 4 ball. So here we go again, ball in hand. 5-8 combo is up ahead. The rest of it, the big test will be getting from the 6 back down to the 7 here. So that's where the problem lies. But not only that, the other test is from the 3 to the 4. The 4 could end up being a 4-8 combo, although I would say that's less likely if you can get down the right hand side of the table. I don't think you would want to be trying to get really accurate in the 4. You'd want to be playing the 4 that way rather than trying to play the 4 that way onto the 8. And the line that he's got in the 3 ball now would suggest that he is coming down, spinning around the angles tight. He's got to spin tight around the angles here. That looks a good pace. Well, he's just overhit it slightly. He's just overhit it by, oh, it's 8 or 9 inches. But he's played it well and he's still on it. So 4 out onto the 5. Up table, somewhere in the left hand side, maybe near the 9 ball for the 6. Well, he's not hit it with as much pace, but he's got a good angle on this 6. Now he has to make sure he's coming down left side or right side. You don't want to land on top of the 7. How many times have I said that? And how many times do they do it? Make a choice where you're going. And he's going left side. And he's going to be nailed to the rail. So it's a blind cut. And suddenly it's not quite as cut and dried and simple. Watch that side pocket. He's overcut it. And Bankster's had a gift here. Again, just because he's finished way too low below that 7 ball made his life more difficult. And Bankster gets out of jail. And now he's going to be back to within 1. Breaking in rack number 12. Well, certainly my 13-11 score is still a possibility here. But Bankster seems to be struggling to get a ball in the break. I think he's dry again. Yeah, he certainly is. So 1-5 combo, 2-6 combo. That's what's lined up here. 3 ball over the top right hand corner pocket. Watch that knuckle. Now this has certainly become tricky simply because of where he's ended up putting the cue ball. He might have to duck across the other side to try and get the cue into the same pocket. Now he's checked it up. So cut the 3 ball, come down table and roughly to where the 2 ball is. And leave that 4 ball either into the left side pocket or into the top left hand pocket. So he's perfect for that. He can just thin this 3 ball in and let the cue ball run out. Shouldn't be any issues here. Looking and looking, I don't know what he's looking at, but get yourself just down the bottom of the table here. Give yourself a choice of 2 pockets to put the 4 ball in. Why is he hitting it so soft? He's trying to take it top side into the bottom corner. Well, 2 rails, is it? Back out into the table for the 7 and take the 7 into the bottom right corner here as we look. I'm assuming that's what he's trying to leave it. So he's now gone outward. You know, I don't know that that was the best plan. I think he should have done what I said and given himself options there by bringing that cue ball down into the bottom half of the table. And he's made life much, much more difficult. But now he's going to have to dig out a good 8 ball here. And cut it blind into that left-hand corner pocket. You can cut it blind into the right, but most of all, you've got to get a hold of the cue ball. And that's just 1 pot too many. And I think Mooncake went about that the wrong way. I think he should have, you know, with that 3 ball sitting over the pocket, to me, the simple thing to do was to bring the cue ball down the table. And if you hit it a bit short, you can play the 4 into the side. If you run a bit far, you can play the 4 into the corner. And at least give yourself that option. He didn't. He played specifically where he had to be good. And then suddenly the shape wasn't so good. Suddenly there was problems. And inevitably you end up running out of line so far that you leave something too difficult. And it's another bit of charity here by Mooncake. And from a 6-3 lead, I think that Mooncake had, he's given it all away. Bankster's not had to do anything but tidy up. So Mooncake needs to give him a shakedown quick here. I think this time Bankster's got a ball, but he's not particularly great looking. He's got a shot in the 1. Unless he does something big with the cue ball, he's going to have not a great shot in the 2. So he's trying to dig in and hold it, and that's a very well played shot. That was excellent. Although he stuck to the rail, and the 3 ball's just as tough to get to. Has he got an angle where he can run through and get around? Yes, he has, and he needs to miss the 3. Well, he's brushed it. It's not done a great deal of harm, apart from the fact he's completely the wrong side of the 3, and he has to get this cue ball running. He's got to get it running and miss the traffic, and he hasn't. Now he's got a choice. He can play the cut. He can play the billiard onto the 6. Looks as if he's playing. I can't tell what he's doing. Is he playing the bank? Is he looking at the cut? Is he looking at the billiard? It looks like it's the cut onto the 6. And Mooncake better get ready here, because this isn't a gimme. Far from it, but it's gone in now. How's the cue ball? Oh, that's going to be dead behind the 5, is it? Is it still good? Always good? Well, somehow or other, Bankster looks as if he's going to maybe be the first player to... Oh no, that's a complete disaster. He's hit that all wrong. That's a shocker. And he's probably left it stone dead combo. I think it's stone dead, that 5 ball in off the jaw. That's a complete disaster there. I mean, they're right from the jaws of victory in this rack. Bankster's thrown it all away with a completely unexplainable miss. I think he just got too lazy there and didn't prepare for the shot and made an ass of it, and he's going to get what he deserves here. That's a shocker. I mean, from having those 3 gifts in a row to throwing away a lead here, oh, he might regret that. He could regret that big time, especially if Mooncake's break starts working, which it doesn't look as if it is. And look at the table now. Now, immediately Bankster has a chance to rectify it. He's been given a wide open table. The 2 ball's a bit awkward. But if he can get to the 2 ball to get started, he's got a table that's running out. But Bankster's, you know, he's unreliable. You can't rely on him getting out, even in a good table, with what he just done in that last rack. Now, ideally, if he bumped to 7, that wouldn't do him any harm. Again, he's finished the wrong side of the 2, but the 3 ball's wide open, so you would expect him to have a shot somewhere for this 3 ball. But if I'm Bankster, I'm desperate. I'm desperate to rectify that matter from the last rack, but straight away he's got a problem. This is far from easy. Into that top corner. And again, got to control the pace with that cue ball. And it's 1 shot too many. And Mooncake may well be having a go at the bank here. Is he? Looks like it. It's on the jaw. Where's the cue ball? Oh dear, well, second bite at the cherry again for Bankster. And Mooncake's certainly been generous with the errors at the wrong time. Bankster could well eventually be getting back all square here. I wouldn't hold my breath on that, because there's just no guarantee that he's going to be good enough to get out. He should be, though. So there were a few calls for 13-8, 13-7, if I remember right. So if that's the case, then Mooncake's got to pull away for the rest of the match now. It doesn't immediately look like that's going to happen. Might be closer to my prediction at the end of this. Well, this is going to go a little bit awkward again. It's one of them. It's one of them. Got to keep in mind the cue ball. Went into the right side of the pocket, but he's good. So we are on a level playing field again. Well, something's gone. And the one ball has gone. And he's got no shot in the two. The 1 and the 7 have gone. No shot in the two. Now, where do you put this cue ball here where you're not going to leave your opponent some sort of shot? I mean, you leave it here right into the corner. See, that's not far enough into the corner, in my opinion. He's left the bank on here. And there's probably a chance of this going two ways, either straight into the corner or catching the railing and going back across into the other pocket. I don't think he can turn this down. He's got to have a go at it. Well, there you go, clean as a whistle. Almost clean as a whistle. That's really unlucky. Well, he left the bait there, Bankster. Mooncake took the bait. It didn't work out, but can Bankster now punish him? They take full advantage of it, provided he can get out of here clean and avoid the traffic. Well, he's done all of that. And again, got a nice angle on the 3. And so the rule again here is you just get right up into the table, past that 9 ball, and leave a reasonably straight shot in the 4 into that top left. Now he's running away. That's just too heavy. So now he's got problems that he should never have had. I mean, if he had the pace in that right, and finished about there, like 2 foot further up the table instead of here, life would have been a lot easier. Now he's made his life difficult. And now he's having to try a bang. Is it holding the line? Yes, it has done. And he's got to back that up by getting good in the 6. So Bankster found a way to make his life more difficult there. And he didn't need to. This might be going funny again. Yeah, it's going real funny. I know that if I'm Bankster, I ain't laughing, but it's certainly going funny because that's right in the middle of no man's land. But a good cut into the side, or is it the bank? Got to be the cut in the side. He's going to be on the 8 ball, no doubt, but he isn't good enough for it. He isn't good enough now. How's his outcome? Not too bad. But once again, I think Mooncake is going to try and reverse bank this 6. I can't believe he's going to try and cut it. It is thin. Yeah. Oh, he's played it really well. And Bankster thrown away another good opportunity to get back into the lead. He's handed it back to Mooncake. This might be the story of this match here. Neither player can get away from each other. And when they do get a little lead, it's quickly restored to default by mistakes. Well, balls have gone in. Now this 3 ball might come to the rescue of Bankster here. I don't think Mooncake's got a shot. He's got absolutely nothing. So the push out. How dare he push to a bank? Well, he's done it again. He's left the bait out for Bankster. And I'd be surprised if Bankster refuses this, because this 1 ball's off the rail. He's got to fancy his chances here for banking this. That could be a big mistake from Mooncake, but this time Bankster's had his fingers burned once too often and decided against it. And now we're going to have tip-tapping for 20 minutes. Well, who's got the shortest patience here? Because if it was me, I'd be coming off that 1 ball and trying to duck somewhere. I just don't have the patience for this tip-tapping for 20 minutes, all for the sake of a rack. That 7 ball is a bit isolated for cover, and in the end, Mooncake's made a complete hash of it. So here we go. Here's your chance, Bankster, to get this match back all square. You've been handed it, and immediately he's got himself awkward. He's in no man's land for the pot in either pocket here, and he's made it really difficult. That's a good recovery. Good angle on this 4 to come out behind the 5, put it in the same pocket. So he doesn't want to hit this short. He wants to again get out into the table. And the same rule off the 6, get yourself high into the table, up past the side pockets, open up the angle in the 7, make everything simple. Don't hit anything short. Well, see, if he'd come up the middle of the table, this would be a lot simpler. So once again, his touch is far too heavy. This is just lazy and careless if that's the way he's doing things. And, you know, he's making it so difficult by doing stupid stuff like that and not just playing for the heart of the table and controlling the cue ball. He's overhit that by a country mile, left the cut back into a blind pocket, missed it again. When's he going to learn his lesson? By the time he does learn his lesson, it's going to be too late. And that is just sloppy. And sloppy deserves to lose. We've seen one too many of them from Bankster. You're talking about playing sensible. There's no sense in what Bankster's done in 2 or 3 shots this afternoon. And he definitely deserves to lose. Simple shots where it's a matter of just controlling the pace in the cue ball, not letting it run away. In fact, he could have checked that cue ball a bit so that it straightened up the middle of the table. He couldn't have bothered doing that and let it run away down to the left and was asking for trouble. And now finds himself 9-7 behind. And if it wasn't for Mooncake's generosity, Mooncake could already be over the line. He definitely could. He could be home and dry and setting up dinner had he not been so generous early on to allow Bankster to stay in touch, because Bankster had at least 4 gift racks handed in a plate to him to stay in the match, and he might be running out of gifts here, Bankster. We'll soon find out. Mooncake's got a combo, which again he's just got to be gentle with. You know, you don't need to blast this. You've just got to be gentle because you don't want the 4 to leak away, and you certainly don't want the cue ball to leak away behind this 7. So you've just got to drag the pace off it. That's very well done. You know when there's danger about. If you're going to do something daft, make sure you try and curb that and stop it happening. But this is all happening at the right time for Mooncake. This is going to be a 3-rack lead. He's going to be in double figures, and Bankster's going to be sitting there slapping his head, feeling a proper numpty for the stuff that he's done in the last 2 or 3 racks. But thoroughly deserves to get a beating here, because he's been allowed to stay in the match far too long, and the careless stuff he's done, he deserves to be heading out the door, most certainly. So Mooncake with a 3-rack lead, ball's gone in, and no shot in the 1, but now he could get clever here. He's got an edge in the 1, he can go for the billiard. He's got to go for the billiard. That's 100%. He's got to go for the billiard. And if he plays this at the right pace, he'll give it every chance to go in. Is he going to give it a blast to make sure that either goes in or the 9 ball comes out of there? He might be hitting it with pace. No, he isn't. And he's hit it. He's hit it too thin. But at least he's left the 1 ball awkward. Couldn't turn down that opportunity there for the billiard onto the 9. So Mooncake is 3 racks away from surviving And I'm afraid, Bankster, in my opinion, it's your time to go home because you've not applied yourself properly. You've been too careless, and the score looks a lot better than it probably should be at the end of the day. Here we go again. Don't stick yourself to the side rail. Make a decision where you are going. Are you just rolling forward to leave the long 5 ball? Or are you trying to work the cue ball more? Bear in mind he's stuck to the rail. And he's just going to get himself out off the rail. That was well done. So now he just needs to get a hold of the cue ball here. Good afternoon to Tommy. Now he's got a little bit of a problem in that he's got the cut in the 6, which you'd expect him to get. The problem is if he starts going 3 rails here, that 8 ball's in the way. It could very well be in the way. He's got the left English on it to kick this around the angle. The 8 ball wasn't in the way. And at the end of it all, he's played a good shot. He's got a nice angle in the 7. And he should be having a shot in this 8 ball to pretty much take this match away from Bankster. And now it is looking possible that the predictions that you guys made earlier on might take shape. And 13-7 and 13-8 were predicted. Now it's beginning to look that it might not be far off it. Mooncake has a follow-up. He's got a ball to start him off with. And he's also got a shot in the 1. And the angle in the 1's good for bringing the cue ball out for the 2. And again, if he does something similar to the last rack there, where he just brings it across and he's not stuck to the rail on the right-hand side, he should be good for rolling the 2 in. But that's, oh, that used all of the pocket. And this is Fearless now. They could do something stupid here and try and bump that forward. Well, I say stupid. It's come out perfect. Because you just don't know where the cue ball's going. If you hit that the wrong side, you can end up below the 3 with no real shot. But that's worked out perfect. He take the little bump onto the 4. He might go 3 rails here, I don't know. He could spin this up, this 4 ball, and just go 3 rails and out for the 6, or he could just dink it in for the long 6. But either way, whatever he does do here, he should be getting to the hill here with this rack. So he's going to leave it into the corner. And he's got a perfect angle in the 6 to drop down onto this 7. So this should be Mooncake breaking for the match. And this match has run away from Bankster. He stayed in it a lot longer than he was welcome to because of what Mooncake was doing early on and gifting him racks. But then Bankster started shooting himself in the foot and not applying himself properly, being careless and sloppy. And he's going to get what he deserves at the end of the day. That's what I'm sticking with. Well, there's Eloquente arrived. Now, he has an appointment with Stubb later on tonight. I wonder if he's going to show up. Because I wonder who forfeited the first match that Eloquente had, because he ended up getting sent through. But I don't know whether it was him or his opponent, or neither of them showed up. But he's due to play Stubb later on tonight, 11 PM British Summer Time. Hopefully Slim will be there to get it, because I won't. But anyway, to the matter in hand, Mooncake, couple of balls in the break. No shot in the 1, but has he actually got cover? Oh, I think he's just got it. I think he has. Well, this is more than last chance saloon for Bankster. He gets a little jump over the edge of the 8. And it's all or nothing now. And I very much doubt that Bankster's going to be good enough to stay in this for another 6 racks to win this in a final rack decider. And no sooner have I said that than the 2's hung up. The 4 is easy up top, the 6 is very adjacent, and this is time for Arnie, so it is. It definitely is. Where are you, Arnie? Tell Bankster what this is, will you?
Hasta la vista, baby.
You're right, Arnie. You're correct. That's what that is. Oh, and no sooner have I said that than Mooncake's trying to get himself in trouble. I think he's still okay. I think he's still okay. Well, he's trying to twist this. I think he needs to look at that closer. I think he can still get to that. Well, Mooncake, again, back to the charitable stuff he was doing early on in the match. Everything looked too good there. I jumped the gun thinking it was all over, and Mooncake can't get himself over the line. But Bankster's got to hit a roll here. He's got to get on a roll. Well, all you can do is just keep potting balls if you've got the chance to do so. That's all Bankster can do. 7 ball has gone. That 6 ball needs to go out of the way, which it has. He's got to be careful here with this 1 ball, because the cue ball wants to go left into the side pocket here. And he wants to go left to get on the 2 anyway, if he's doing that. He's just got to be careful he doesn't do that. Commentator's eye spotted that a mile away. It's just a pity that Bankster didn't, because he was always going to stun it across in the line to the side pocket. Now, can Mooncake finally put the last nail into Bankster's coffin? Now, there's a little angle that he's got to jab into this. Does he want to try and get down below the 5 and 8? No. Now he needs a little touchy shot where he doesn't want to hook himself behind the 6. This is a tricky one. He's left it well short of that. He's perfect just to bump the 8 and stay on the 6 on the side. So this should be game, set and match. Again. And was there 2 people predicted a 13-8 win? I think there was. Hold your hands up, whoever it was. Somebody predicted 13-7, but I'm certain that 2 people predicted 13-8 to Mooncake. So hats off to you guys, you've got it right. And it is going to be 13-8 to Mooncake. Well deserved at the end of it, but Mooncake's got to be kicking himself. This match should have been over half an hour ago. It's a 13-8 win to Mooncake. We'll see how that updates on the bracket in a minute. But if we look at, in fact, we'll just refresh that because that's still showing. Right, the matches that are left today, I'm going to start, well, presuming the Friday night 9 ball goes ahead, I'll start with a bit of that. And then when this match starts, we'll go to Potman Quagmire. And then depending on how that's going, we'll then move over to Smoking Sid and Cold as Pillow at 8:30. So we've got a decision to make. But the main event of the evening, for me, before I go to bed, is going to be covering the match between Albinario and Acero. That winner's side match kicks off at 10 PM British Summer Time, 11 PM Swedish time. And next morning time, breakfast time for Acero, without a doubt, if he is in Japan. So, and then the last match of the evening is the match between Real Poland Power and LA20, and that's due to kick off at 11 PM. So maybe Slim will be covering that. I can certainly check on what's happening with it while we're watching the Albinario Acer match. So back to the bracket on this one-loss side. If we look at that, we can see Tom. In fact, we'll start from the top to the bottom. We've got Chiku waiting on a loser coming across. In fact, Chiku is waiting on the loser of this match that's on tonight with Albinario and Acero. So Chiku's going to have it tough either way, whoever he ends up playing. And then further down, as I said, Tommy Interchange X on that one-loss side. Smoking Sid is lined up with Fast Eddie. Further down, we've got Mooncake, who's now through to play Sergresh. Again, that could be a very close match between those two. And further down from that, we've got One Pocket Slim. So unlucky in his match against Spectre Dawn. He's going to be playing Wink at Me, and that's not that isn't an easy run out for One Pocket Slim either, that match. And we've got Keith, who's going to be strong favourite against Jose. I think Jose's time in the tournament is over. He'll need to do really well to stick with Keith. And not only that, he'll need to cut out all the mistakes that he's more than likely going to make. Far too many. Further down we have Popman, as I say, playing Quagmire. The winner of that will go through and play Bedhead. So again, whoever wins that match, their time in the tournament should be over because Bedhead should be far too strong for them. Further down from that, we have Stubb against Eloquente. And then, of course, provided everything goes according to plan, on the one-loss side, you would have Stubb then lining up eventually with Bedhead. That's likely to happen, but it's not 100% guaranteed. Right, so winner's side, if we look from top to bottom, if I can get there eventually. Where the hell are we? Right, so we've got a round 4 match with Semi-Pro and Larry lined up tomorrow night at 7 PM. I'll be there for that. We have LS3, who's sitting there in round 4, but after her win against Interchange X, she's waiting on the winner of this match later tonight between Albinario and Acero. And again, LS3 can be very dangerous. But she won't be favourite against whoever she plays in round 4. Further down, we've got Balls. Now, let me have a look at this Balls. He's beaten Whiskey 19-17, so that was a tight match. He's beaten Miasma, or Pi as he was at the time, 19-11. He then ended up getting a forfeit, presumably from Eloquente, to go through. So he's now going to play Cobra, and I think that Cobra should make short time on this match. I think Cobra will be a well strong favourite, but I've not really seen Balls. But I'm looking at how close his match was with Whiskey, who doesn't really play a lot of 9-ball. And he only had a decent result against Miasma, but he should still not be favourite against Cobra in that match. We've got MC Clarkey with Spectre Dawn. That's lined up for a few days' time. That I think is Tuesday night when I'm back off my days off for work, so I'll get that on Tuesday evening. That'll be a very, very good match to look forward to. I think Matt is due a run in one of these big tournaments well deep because he's more than capable of winning this. He's got the game to do it. So that is it. It was sloppy. In fact, it was far too sloppy earlier on. Bankster should have been dead and buried a lot sooner than that. So it was, but he was too careless as well. Well done and good luck. The rest of it. So that is it. So I'm going to go away and catch any snooker that's left, get dinner, and I'll be back for the start of Friday night 9-ball, assuming it goes ahead, and then we'll jump in and we'll take it from there. as to what we're going to stick with. But the main event's Albinario Acero. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for your company, and I'll bid you good afternoon, and we will see you later, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.